We'll start. Good evening. Today we have with us the Director Health Services, Dr. Josie Desa. We have Dr. Utkarsh Bitodkar, our State Epidemiologist. We have Dr. Sunanda Amonkar, Associate Professor, Department of Internal Medicine, GMC, who's a treating doctor, head of the team at ESI Hospital. And we have Dr. Ira Almeida, our Medical Superintendent of South Goa. And of course, we have Meghna ji. I'll request Dr. Desa to give us an overview of the COVID situation in the state.
Good evening. Good evening. Today we thought that we should give you more details about the profile of the cases of COVID that has happened in the state of Goa. But before that, I would, as usual, I would present to you the figures of the day about the test and the positives for the day today. Today we have tested 1,586 samples, out of which 130 samples are reported positive for COVID. This brings the total, the cumulative total of samples tested to 91,182, and the cumulative figure as of today for the positive stand at 2,583. We have 53 cases which are recovered, cured, recovered, and they are discharged. So total number of patients who are discharged cumulative as of today stand at 1,540. A bit of analysis that we did, if you take the total population of the state and the total samples tested, that is like we have tested 6.07% of the population of the state. 6.07% of the population has been tested. If you take the positivity rate of the total tested, then we stand at 2.83%. So total samples tested, 2.83% of that tested, total tested, that is 91,182. So we stand at 2.83%. Our recovery rate is 59.6%, and our case fatality rate is less than 1%, that is 0.61% of the total positives. So case fatality stands for 0.61%. Before we go to the profile of the cases, now today's, as I said, we have 130 cases reported positive today, and Dr. Utkarsh will be giving you the breakup of this 130 cases reported positive today. Dr. Utkarsh.
Doctor, please take the mic.
The director has already said we have total of 130 cases today. Out of 130, the breakup goes like this. We have maximum cases from Tulip Diagnostics from Verna. We have got today 54 cases from Tulip Diagnosis. And other breakup of cases is travelers who have travelled by flight are 2. Unkolim, we have got 12 cases which are from ITC, Unkolim. Patalpa, we have got 3 cases. Bali, we have got 1 case. Madgaon, we have got 3. Molem, we have got 2. Talaulim, Ponda, we have got 3. Vere, we have got 2. Puring Shiroda, we have got 5. Bicholi, Marcel, Savardem, Kamurlim and Panjim, we have 1 each. Chimbel, we have 10 cases. which are 8 from Indranagar and 2 from Gaulebad. Navilim we have 1. Honda Priol we have 2. Honda we have 1. Pernem 1. Taligaon 1. And other cases are Mangur link cases are 22. Other information, everybody knows that we had around 7 dedicated ambulances, contained ambulances, and we are shifting symptomatic and asymptomatic patients in these ambulances. So now we have added 9 buses from GTDC. These 9 buses are placed at various locations in the TSC level, and all asymptomatic patients will be shifted with this help of these 9 buses to COVID care centers.
Yeah, after that, when it comes to the mortality of due to COVID or other comorbid conditions, today we had 3 deaths reported, bringing the total number of deaths in the state of Goa so far to 17. Now, out of these 3 deaths, 2 deaths have occurred in the COVID hospital and 1 outside the COVID hospital. Now, when we did a brief analysis of all these cases, we found that majority of these cases, except 2 or 3, majority of the cases had comorbid conditions with uncontrolled diabetes, hypertension, 2 of them had malignancies, 2-3 were on dialysis, and so on. So all of them, majority of the cases had comorbid conditions. Dr. Sunanda Amadkar, now she is in charge of the entire clinical team in the COVID hospital, and she will give us the profile of these cases which are treated, all the cases which are treated in the COVID hospital, and also about the deaths that have been reported in the COVID hospital.
From the time COVID hospital was started, so far we have had 462 admissions, and we have had 14 deaths at the COVID hospital and 3 deaths outside the COVID hospital. As far as the breakup is concerned, there were 9 males, breakup of cases at COVID, 9 males and 5 females, whereas the 3 patients who expired outside the COVID hospital were all males. In relation to age, if we split the deaths, then people who are above 80, we have lost 3 people, of which 2 were bedridden for a prolonged period of time. They had dementia, they had malnutrition, and they tested positive for COVID. One of them tested positive and presented to us with bilateral pneumonia. In the age group between 70 and 80, we have had 4 deaths. 3 of the patients had comorbid conditions like diabetes and hypertension, and 1 of them had a past history of stroke. Between 60 and 70, we have lost 3 patients. 1 was a hypertensive, 1 was a chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and 1 was a diabetic patient who was on maintenance hemodialysis because of chronic kidney disease. Between 50 and 60, we have lost 1 patient, and he was a case of hypertension, diabetes mellitus, heart problems, and had undergone a bypass surgery in the past. Between 40 and 50, we have lost 2 patients. Both of them were having malignancies and were on chemo and radiotherapy. One of them was a relapse of a malignancy. Less than 40, we have lost only 1 patient, and he also had decompensated liver disease. About the deaths which were outside COVID hospitals, all of them were males. One was a 50-year-old male who presented with fever and breathlessness. He came to GMC. He was in respiratory distress, and he died within a very short time of coming to GMC. The other one was a 45-year-old male. He had some chronic disease. The details were not known. He also had a history of fever, but he died at home. And the last one is a 58-year-old patient who was uncontrolled diabetes, hypertension, and myocardial infarction. This has been certified by a private practitioner, and he's tested positive later on.
Out of this total deaths, 17 deaths she has mentioned, 3 deaths patients were referred from the private hospitals. One was receiving the treatment, came directly, and 2 of them were referred by one major private hospitals, the big corporate private hospitals. And both these patients were in distress, and in that condition the patients were referred to the COVID hospital. So almost 3 came from the private sector. Now just to give a brief about what we are doing in the COVID hospital, how we go about in the COVID hospital.